When things go off for me, they go off with east-west, and once I start going east-west, it's a matter of time before more of my arms start getting involved. You know what I'm saying? So usually what I'll do in prep stuff, like on the tee and things like that, is I wanna really focus on the tilt, the hand pivot, and then I usually finish everything up just focusing on direction. Because once I feel the tilt, like coming from the rear leg, things are getting right. When I actually feel the hand pivot from behind me, I trust it more. And then once I get into the direction work, I feel like it all just kind of syncs up from there, you know? Now it's time to train. So I've been slacking. Like I said, in that last clip, last video, I've been grinding, building OPP, but now I'm back, I'm getting after it. Today's dynamic effort upper, back to exactly how we train our athletes, so I can show you guys exactly how we got to where we are today. Not just as a company, but the results, like how our athletes consistently throw harder, hit harder, they're just better. All right, so one of the big things that I've been focused on, trying to get my direction. It's never really a problem, sometimes, but it's hardly ever like when things are going wrong in training settings, by the way. I haven't faced a pitcher since last year before spring training and, you know, facing the pro guys. But when things do go off for me, it's hardly ever like I just slip my hip and fly forward. It's usually like the small things. And then when I try to overcompensate, if I'm not doing a lot of video like we are right now, when I try to overcompensate and just fix it without like really thinking about it or seeing it on video, I usually make mistakes. So what you saw there was just the progression of the buildup from there. And now my whole goal is to really throw this back right hip towards the ball at the same time that I turn my knob. But here's the thing, this is what most people miss with direction. It has everything to do with the moment that you launch and how you load. It has nothing to do with what has happened after I do this move. Right in there. So the moment, like imagine I'm doing that with my forward move. So the moment that I start to go like this, my direction has already been made. Because everything that happens after that moment is so uncontrollable because it happens so fast, you're doing it so hard. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just not gonna happen. The only option that you have the moment you start to put pressure into the handle is a possible take. And the take is gonna be really late. The barrel's usually kind of falling behind you, you know what I'm saying? Like after that smidge of time, you're not gonna be able to stop it. And you don't wanna be able to stop it, right? It should happen the moment you pull the trigger, like that's it, it's over. So I focus heavily on that right now with this. So this Happy Gilmore drill, that's all I'm trying to do. Back right pocket, towards second base, knob up towards second base, happening the moment I launch. Could care less about the result. See, that one felt pretty good. Oh, that had the direction right there from my rear leg. I didn't feel the hand pivot as hard. It's kind of like a give and take, you know? That was all right. I can still feel a little bit of the arms. It's okay, but it's definitely not quick. When things are really quick for me, I feel like I don't feel anything. It's like I can tell where the direction was, but I don't really feel like my arm's in play. I can't feel like tension through the zone. It just flies through. Like that was pretty good. That one, I felt nothing after I launch. What's funny is a lot of people will see guys doing HLP and they'll see like the after, you know what I'm saying? So they'll see them swing and then have this part going on like that. And then they'll just say you're spinning off. But it's like, bro, you don't even know what that means. What I just did right here has nothing to do with my swing. It tells a story on kind of like what happened beforehand, right? So obviously like imagine there's a difference between doing this thing right in here and then if I'm finishing like this, like obviously the bat path was probably gonna be a little bit more east-west, but other than that, it's like, dude, what has already happened, what's already been important in the swing has already dictated the entire outcome. Everything after you launch, after you actually touch the ball is irrelevant. That's why some guys, they'll hit a 420-foot tank and they won't get extended whatsoever and they'll finish like this. It's not like anybody saying, hey, bad, you didn't get extended. Yet, we got coaches inside the cages screaming at kids because they're trying to get extended. I had somebody send me a swing the other day talking about how one of their main goals is to try to get the knob to point to the pitcher. I was like, why? Like, what in the world makes you think that that's a good idea? Just because coach said do this and this is good? Like, that's crazy. That's crazy. Like, logically, it just doesn't make sense. Not bad. All right. Feel good today. This is something with dynamic effort most people miss. We don't just put bands on the bar just to have bands on the bar to make it harder. People think that it's about you just trying to go through more resistance. And it's like, yeah, it kind of helps with volume as far as that's concerned, because as you travel through it, it gets tighter, so it adds more weight to the bar, yada, yada. But that's not why. We do it, number one, for overspeed eccentrics, and number two, for reversal strength. Those are the big things, right? Those are the biggest things. I'll tell you more about that in a minute, but I gotta get working. So, with the overspeed eccentrics, here's how it works, all right? The faster you go down, the faster you go up. I remember hearing Louis Simmons talk about this in like 2017 or 16. It was the first time I heard about it. But, you know, like when you drop a basketball, if you just drop it, it'll only bounce up so far. If you throw that thing down, it rebounds off the ground extremely fast. Imagine that's essentially what you're using these bands for, okay? It's the same thing when you do it on a box squat, when you do it on bench press, deadlifts. It's a little bit different because you're not trying to bounce the weight off the floor either. So it's just gonna rip you down faster, but it prepares your body to move faster on the way back up, okay? So with overspeed eccentrics, it's throwing you down faster than if you were to just like allow the weight to take you down, right? So then when you actually hit the bottom of the lift, your body wants to explode back up. It's kinetic energy being sent down into whatever it is, whether it's on the box, whether it's towards your chest, it doesn't really matter. And then you're gonna be pressing it or pushing it or squatting it, whatever, back out. Then at the bottom of the lift, this is why bands have to be put on correctly, is because of the reversal strength. So what you'll get at the bottom of the lift, if there's tension there, immediate reverse from overcoming the eccentric phase and overcoming it as fast as possible with the concentric phase. So that's why you don't do speed work slow, and that's why you use bands. Overspeed eccentrics, okay, reversal strength. Those are the two important things. It's not about just adding more volume to your lifts by being able to work through accommodating resistance. Yes, it flips the strength curve upside down, the average one, and it does apply a different stimulus as far as that's concerned, which is good, but that's not like the main reason, okay? I know that was kind of nerdy, but I know a lot of people, we get questions asked all the time. New guys sign up with this remote, they're like, do I need bands? It's like, no, you don't necessarily need them, but if you want the best training possible, then yeah, like buy them. By the way, we use Westside Barbell for our bands. Not a paid promo. Happily shout them out whenever. Rest in peace, Louis. You're the man. That's the real though. If you're doing dynamic effort right, and you're busting it every 30 seconds, if you're doing it right like that, it's gonna feel like conditioning while you're working, regardless if it's bench, squat, deadlift, you know what I'm saying? And it conditions you for the sport, because you're expected to do an explosive bout roughly like every 15 to 30 seconds anyways. Now with the pitch clock, you're working with 30 seconds. Like your dynamic effort explosive work should replicate the demands of the sport, not like these specific movements that you do. Like you don't want to load the throw and like go through that crap in the weight room. No, this is the stuff that actually moves the needle. All right, now we're gonna onboard one of our new licensees into our mentorship program, which is basically where we help other baseball coaches love their life again and scale their business operations. Peep the new sign, by the way. I love that thing. So I'm gonna take you guys through it just a little bit. Obviously, I'm gonna hide this guy's identity just because he hasn't asked to be on this. So, hey, what's going on, man? Can you hear me? So today, we're gonna be covering the plan moving forward for the next month, we have a lot to do. Yeah, so we got to get really specific with our targeting, not paid ad targeting. I'm talking about targeting in your message, who you're speaking to. Everything in your brand's DNA truly matters. So how you speak to somebody, the way that your content comes off to them, the type of visuals that you're putting in your content, the clothes you wear, like literally everything is either going to help your brand go towards one positive image that you like, that should be like you, like your DNA personally, or it's gonna take you away from it. So it's either gonna help your brand or hurt your brand. But today, that's what we're gonna get like really down packed and solid on, and then the next action steps from there. So I could not be more excited. I just got the word from legal. They just hit me. We are officially patent pending on our new training bats, which we have been working on. I have been working on these training bats for over a year, literally like a year and a half. I mean, we're working on 2 years now, but sitting on this idea, sitting on this concept, we've been testing it in-house. No marketing has gone towards it, no videos, no nothing. That I cannot wait for you guys to see that. And trust me, you're gonna see it. You're gonna see it everywhere, because we're gonna put it into the hands of every HLP swinger that we possibly can, just because I know how good it is. There's nothing like this out there on the market, man. There's nothing like, you won't need another training bat once you get these in your hands. So anyways, that's super cool. I just finished up, I was in OPP today from 4 a.m., 3:30 a.m. until right now, 5. One of those days, but now I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna give my kids, my wife, all the energy in the world that I got from the text message I got from my wife. I think my kids are in the pool, chilling, swimming, having a good time. So I'll catch you guys later.